What is up, people? Game week 31. We took a break because, let's face it, the only good thing about the international break was Italy getting knocked out. I have special guests with me on the show today for some Premier League and local banter. Boys, how's it going?
Awesome.
What's up?
What's
How
up?
you
What's
doing?
up? What's up?
What's up, man?
So, technically, on my screen, I have like three Man United fans sandwiched between Arsenal, Spurs, and Chelsea. So, this should be fun. But before we get there, and I just want to tell you, we're talking top six so that we can include these top three United fans as well. But before we get there, we're going to talk about Liverpool and City. I'll start with Gagan. I mean, because probably you're having the best season of the lot, but Liverpool are point behind City and it's getting close. So, what's your take on that?
So hi guys, what's up? So I really feel that City are going to win the league, and Liverpool are going to mess up somewhere. They do that, and now Salah is returning. I think Egypt didn't make it to the World Cup, right? They haven't.
No.
No.
So I think that's a mental breakdown somewhere. So it's going to really somewhere it will. I think affect their game, but let's see. I have a really strong feeling that City are going to win.
And although Mahir looks like he is a Chelsea fan because he's earning his living, but he supports United. And Mahir, what's your take on
Unfortunately.
that?
Yeah, I mean, I agree that City has a very strong squad, and I think they look very strong with their game also this season. But you never know, 1 point difference between one slip and Liverpool to do that. So City, yeah.
And Gully Boy in the house is confused. Dane Pereira, City or Liverpool? Who do you support in such a situation?
Yeah, it's messed up, but I don't think I'm one of those. I've not been prime United fan. I've been thoda post that era. So that whole Liverpool versus United thing comes more from a like I've not lived through that phase of being a fan at that time. But dude, I genuinely can't call it because I didn't think City would slip up. They started the season also, I think, with a couple of random results. I personally can't call it. I think Gagan was being modest and trying to play that guy where I'm hoping I'm wrong about Salah types, but I feel like it'll be Ulta. Salah will come and bang double, I think, when he comes back. Because this is like that's what happened when he came back from the AFCON also. He came back and he went crazy again. And he's that kind of player where it's very rare to have a bad season. So yeah, but coming back to your question, I don't think I can call this season. I genuinely can't.
And among all of us, the closest person to the title sitting most comfortably, Mohit, you were on top once in your life, somewhere in the beginning of the season, slipped up, and now if you have to choose between these two,
To be honest with you, I prefer both lose. But
that's not
since
happening.
since City is gonna take it easily. Trust me, Liverpool is gonna screw it up like they always do. Generally, they've had one or two
Wow.
moments in the last decade when they haven't. And City, the mentality of the team is something else. You can't really replicate that quite easily. And you have Pep Guardiola. He's probably after Sir Alex Ferguson the best manager in the modern era. He is not gonna let this go out of his hand. 101%, I'm sure City is gonna take the title.
Huge statement, Harprab. Do you agree? Is Jurgen Klopp in the counting, or do you think Pep is superior?
I just have a feeling that Liverpool gonna take it. There was a point where they were 12 points behind City, and now it's come down to one. So I still feel that City are going to lose a couple of games. City has a habit of just going on and losing to a team where they're not expected to. Like I think they drew against Palace last weekend before the so yeah,
Hmm.
City can do that, and Liverpool has a habit of not losing those small games. So I just have a very gut feeling that Liverpool gonna take it.
And top, speaking of top of the table, guys, we have in the house Dujon Fernandez. Okay, everyone silent while Dujon gives his take on this. Dujon, Liverpool or City?
I'm actually rooting for Liverpool, but I don't like City at all, first of all. And I think they have uh, this Diego Jota who I'm actually rooting for in the Liverpool team. So he's coming back. He's coming out from a great Portugal victory. They're qualified into the World Cup. I'm hoping that the same vibe comes into the United team as well with Bruno and coming from that great win. So 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 I'm just hoping for all positives to happen, and I think Liverpool might get some surprises up.
For that United thing, there's optimistic, there's over optimistic, and then there's you. So I'm just going to leave it there. But moving on with our fixtures, Mohit, I'm going to come back to you. Y'all are at home to Brentford. Now, technically, you're playing for third. There's nothing else. You have Arsenal with 5 points behind you, which should not be a problem ideally because you have a game in hand against them. But Ivan Toney is in probably the form of his life. He has been scoring in his last 3 games. And I mean, the record you had in terms of clean sheets in the earlier half of the season is not really replicated now. And Brentford have given you a threat in the return fixture. So where is this game going for you?
They definitely have. I would say Brentford has been a thorn in our side this last season, definitely. But if you look at Ivan Toney, yes, he's playing well. But then on the flip side, you see Mendy, he just saved a penalty shootout and he put his team through to the World Cup. You look at Rudiger, he's probably in the form of his life. Thiago Silva is a Rolls Royce, man. Like that guy is probably right up there in the top 5 centre backs right now. And you have Reece James coming back. You have Aspilicueta. So defense-wise, I don't think so. We have that much of a concern. It's the attacking side that I would say is a little bit irritating right now because we're just not gelling. Like we have so many players up front who can play. It's just that the cohesion right now is missing. Once that clicks, once Lukaku can set into the system, I think so nothing can stop Chelsea. Teams like Brentford shouldn't be an issue. I think so we should probably win at least 2 or 3 nil easy.
I love how the Lukaku name came up. The beast is back, 15 minutes brace, and then. But we're moving on to our next game, and exactly. We're bringing in the 3 United fans now. We're playing Leicester at home. Dujon, I'm going to start with you. Leicester are hot and cold, and I don't even want to get started about Man United. But a Bruno brace over the weekend, does that give you hope?
That does give me hope. Actually, I'm just looking for things to turn and hoping that the Portugal qualifying for the World Cup is turned a little bit of things because then that gives that infuses a little bit of spirit into the United team. From Ronaldo, from Bruno, from Dalot, from who else was there? I'm hoping that infusion is there and that things start to turn around.
And Meyer, they got us 4-2, in the reverse fixture this season, which was not the best thing to see. But Leicester's always been, one of those thorns where you go 3-0 up against them and they beat you 5-3. Oh, hi, Mohit. Sorry. But they've done that in the past. And what do you think about this one?
Yeah, I agree with you. They've always been kind of that black horse. You never know. It'll either go very wrong or they are right there.
Yes.
Be a good game to watch for sure. But we have to keep our hopes up and think for Ronaldo, Bruno, making sure that we cheer them all and hopefully Shaw's performance and the others get involved a little more. Hoping for the best.
And Dane, we've spoken about attack, but what about the defense? Harry Maguire getting booed, and let's face it, he's not the best defender in the world. But Varane still settling. Our fallbacks. You don't really know.
We're playing home or away.
We're playing at home, but that doesn't matter.
Home or away?
We're playing at home, but our record is better away. No. But then again, the defense.
No, I was saying it mainly because Maguire at King Power also he would get booed again types. Not saying he won't get booed at Old Trafford also can never say, but it's a tricky one this because Leicester also has been very hot and cold. They've pulled off some big results randomly, like big scoreline wise results, not upsets. Vardy I think is just back or he got injured again. He's back, na?
He's in training.
And Maddison and Barnes have both also been in decent form. So it's going to be a tricky one also because I think we are so used to going down like this season in general. So I feel like if they get that first goal, I think might be crucial in this game because Leicester I think also in games have these patches where like for those 15 minutes they absolutely kill it, and if they score they'll score 2-3 and like full game gets taken away regardless of them going on the defensive for the rest of the game. So as much as I'm optimistic about United, like it just feels like realistically like they just snatch it with that one like a 2-1 result or like a 3-2 result kind of thing. Like Leicester might just snatch this one.
Dujon scoreline for you.
3-2.
To who?
And you.
Oh, okay. No, I mean he's a United fan, but he's realistic. He's like 3-2 Leicester. My scoreline for you.
2-1 to United.
Wow, we're really optimistic, guys. We're really optimistic. Now, speaking of optimism, Gagan, what's up? You're away to Crystal Palace. Now, you've been getting in the 1-0, you've been grinding in the victories, you're coming back. You're not letting that gap slip between Spurs and United. But your games in hand are versus Chelsea and Spurs. So, I mean, I hate to say this, but your future is in your own hands. But how do you think your team is performing, especially now against Palace, who is a much better outfit than they were last season, and they're coming off a great result against City?
So Crystal Palace is always a very tricky fixture. We saw that with City. City managed to get a draw. Conor Gallagher is in amazing form. I hope he goes back to Chelsea next season.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. The day Saka, Odegaard, Lacazette, they click, I think we should win the game 3-1 or even 3-2 if the likes of Zaha, Police, they all show up. And Conor Gallagher is obviously, if he's in his mood and he'll boss the midfield. So let's see. I think it should be a 3-1, 3-2 game. Or if Arsenal defend really well, Tierney is in prime form, or 2-0 and Ben White. And if Ramsdale is back, Ramsdale is really crucial for our defense. So we'll have to see that.
But they're also coming off a 4-0 win in the FA Cup. So you have to, and Ramsdale probably will not be fit. But Leno is not a bad second choice keeper to have, to be honest.
But what Ramsdale brings with his distribution and his, other attributes, it's really different from Leno. Leno is good. Leno can easily be a first choice keeper for another, if not top 6 outside the top 6 clubs, other 14 clubs. He can play in any other league, but I think Ramsdale is a better fit right now for Arsenal.
So your final scoreline?
3-1.
To Arsenal, right? Okay, Harprav, I'm going to come to you because let's face it, you're the odd one out. Why Spurs? First of all, I want to start with when and why. Were you drugged? Were you put at gunpoint?
No, so I was expecting this question. So I started supporting Spurs during the AVB season when Bale was his prime, and just Harry Redknapp had just left the club and we had just finished 4th, but yet didn't manage to get in Champions League thanks to Chelsea. But yeah, that was the season when I actually started supporting
That was a good
Spurs.
season.
Yeah, that was. But the reason I supported Spurs was because I liked the game they play, and Spurs was never depending on buying players. So they always used to start getting players from their academy. Like you had your likes of Kyle Walker coming up, Harry Kane coming up. Bale was not a Spurs product, but again, young players coming up. So that's one of the reasons I started supporting Spurs. And coming to this game week, I am not expecting them to win, because that's how Spurs has been the entire season. When you expect them to win, they give you an odd result. We managed to win against City. The next week we lost to Burnley. So that's the season we are having. But again, like what Conte said, that we have 9 games to go, 9 cup finals for us. We have to win them all if we have to get to top 4. And we also depend on how Arsenal also play, right? And I'm sure Arsenal will have that one odd slip up where we have to take advantage of them.
I have never for the life of me seen an Arsenal and a Spurs fan so calm against each other on one call. Like I'm giving meditation vibes out right now. But
as a United fan, I am feeling motivated after listening to that speech.
Yeah,
9 cup finals. Yeah.
Nah, but yeah, that's a 9 cup final that we have. Right, that's what Conte said.
But realistically,
but then 9
okay,
cup finals for anyone fighting for anything. Relegation maybe 9 cup finals.
That's the last thing they won, right? In 2011, a cup final.
Oh, Audi Cup.
Yeah, they won.
Well, they did win something.
Yeah, we won Audi Cup, no?
Oh,
15, 16.
Okay, so that's why
I remember Sissoko lifting up the cup.
That's why Conte said.
Yeah,
dude, how old were you back then?
No champion in football, na? For Arsenal also for like how many years?
Nice.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
There you got it. Yeah, you got it.
That's what I'm talking about. But no, I mean, so your trophy cabinet isn't really empty. Like there's one less spot to
Yeah,
clean.
we have an Audi Cup, guys. Come on.
I mean, that's not something you should say out loud with pride. You know, like for
Audi
all
See
you
Cup.
know,
what
in the
it is.
next 10
It is
years,
what
you'll have
it
a
is.
Maruti Suzuki Cup or something. But realistically, okay, very realistically, considering the fixtures you have in hand and the position you're in, do you think you will qualify for the Champions League? And do you think you have the squad or probably even, just the manager to bring in players if you qualify to keep you there?
Realistically, if Kane doesn't get injured, because he has a habit of getting injured during the end of the season, if he doesn't get injured, we have a chance of getting top four. Realistically, because I'm sure Arsenal will also slip up. United is not in the race according to me.
Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
realistically, I feel we will. And if we qualify for
that's-
Champions League and we manage to keep Kane in, with the manager we have, we can bring in players. Hopefully,
Kane scored in August, so I don't think he's getting injured because he's breaking that trend of not doing the things this season.
I
But,
feel he'll get injured and out for the season. I think he won't get injured for 1-2 games.
No.
He'll break that
I
trend.
mean,
How many?
while I want to say something very loudly, Dane, I will not.
but again, one more thing that is without Kane, we managed to reach the finals, Champions League finals. That season, Kane was injured for the most part of that end of the season.
Yeah, but
And
that
we
season,
managed-
Son was like Salah for you.
Exactly, and we managed to play Kane in the final. And one of the reasons why I think we did not perform well was because Kane started, considering he just come from his injury.
It was the
And we
most
dropped-
boring Champions League semi-final I have seen in a final I've seen in a very long time.
That was not a penalty, but I'm not getting there now.
Oh, good Lord. There we go again. No, but we're going to come to scoreline now because Newcastle is missing players. They're missing Trippier, who's probably been their match, over the last couple of games.
Yeah.
They don't have him, but they've pulled themselves out of the relegation zone. So that confidence may just hurt you, or you think you're flying away with this one.
See, I feel Newcastle are in a good form. Realistically, I think a 2-0 win for Spurs. Kane and Son on the
clean
scoreline.
sheet.
Yeah, clean sheet, yeah.
So I keep Doherty in my team.
Yeah, you should.
No, don't.
But he doesn't start. He's not starting.
What do you mean he not start? He started last 3 games.
He'll start now. Conte will get in Emerson Royal.
Okay, now coming to qualifiers. We'll start with the pure squad since we're on Harprab. Bro, we have 2 out of 2. What's going on?
We are practicing to finish. That's what we've been doing the entire week.
Finish what? Finish last.
No.
Finish last.
Not finish. We are learning in the target.
Y'all are doing it pretty well.
2 games, we not hit the target well. We scored 2 goals from corners thanks to Manmeet. Apart from that, we just hit the pole like thrice in the last game. Just trying to get our shooting boots on. And hopefully, Saturday Gagan doesn't turn up and we win.
Yeah, I'm not coming. I'm not sure. I'm
He's
telling
going to
you.
be there for sure.
Speaking of Gagan, he's
After
right
all the
above
comments you
on the
made
table.
about Arsenal, I think he's definitely showing up. वो तो 4
Yeah,
के आने वाला है.
Very
Gagan-
plasters and shit and coming.
Gagan has a habit. Saturday first game week he's coming telling me, "अरे मेरे तो सिर्फ 5 ही player आ रहे हैं, कोई आए नहीं, हमारी तो
Yeah,
लगता है
actually, I had only 5 players.
हाँ,
And
they
and
still
warm
showed
up,
up.
he had all his entire squad is warming up.
Guys,
No, I had only 5
after the first week, I only felt bad for Mahir. Mahir had 4.5 players, half the players playing goal. And Dujon has taken full advantage of this.
I in fact spoke to Trishang from Dujon's team. I was like, did you have any shame at all?
No, bro, in front of me,
He
went and said sorry.
competitively, and then he's coming. He played the men's competitive league, being one of the marquees there. He comes here, and against a team like mine, half of them not there, and he's like bajawing goals. I mean, did you have some
But
shame?
in his defense, he took a shot from half line, which hit your keeper. He stopped play. He went and said sorry and game. That was the only thing I
What
saw.
he's promised me on behalf of his team is the next fixture we have against each other, we're going to reverse. Yeah, they'll play one leg. We'll reverse it.
Okay, we'll come to that with Dujon, but right above Harprab, who the man who's threatening not to come on Saturday, Gagan, you probably were left in 4 near post goals this season in 2 games.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you serious?
Yeah, bro. The Trishang finished near post, Darren finished near post.
And I told
See,
my
how
team
he's
he's the
covering
best
his
keeper.
face.
I told my
See
team
how
he's the
he's
best
covering his
keeper in the league.
Best keeper. He
He
is
is
the
the
best
best
keeper in the
his
league,
face.
man. He is the best keeper in the league.
I mean,
best
of
keeper.
all the
Guys,
the bad
Dane
things
is
that
here.
1 second, the best keeper was chipped by Dane, okay, in the first game. The best keeper was chipped. He kicked the ball out. in his defense, he thought the ball has gone out of play, but this bugger has come from somewhere.
Fuck.
But
I knew
no,
you were going to
Gagan,
bring it up. I didn't think you bring it up this way.
no,
Nice.
of course I bring
Very
it
well,
up.
very well
I like
done.
I like to laugh at myself. But Gagan, what is happening?
Hey, don't charge him up before my
It's
game.
just-
Hey, Gagan, good keeper. Two more
Clean
than
sheet
your
tomorrow. We are
points.
getting the clean sheet tomorrow.
You're getting clean sheet tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah.
we're going to come to Mohit.
Gagan,
But 1 second, I think the person who's hurt the most over here is Mohit. He was 3-0 up.
why?
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, I was keeping, bro. I was keeping.
No,
I
no,
let
but
in the
I
5
mean-
goals in, man.
Bro, you were keeping, I was drinking. I was not even there.
That's fine. Bro, you had such a good
This
keeper.
guy.
Mohit was
I
chipped.
was not even there. I don't. Yeah,
Bro,
no,
I
that was
was
not his
chipped.
fault.
By your player, man. I was chipped.
was
by him.
locked.
I'm not that good a goalkeeper. We
He
had
was
a
locked.
the
But
goalkeeper was injured.
what
man.
happened to 60 million and all? You didn't put the paddle down only on the auction day.
So I didn't need it to air. He did perform. He
Okay.
scored 2 goals, gave 1 assist. He's performing well, but
But where was he in the second
He
half?
would,
We didn't
he
see
would have
him.
been of value if you put him in goal.
Gagan, I'll answer your question.
you can't put him in goal, man. Come on, man.
60 million
I
goal
don't know.
I was-
Mad or
Gagan,
I can't
I'll
put him
answer
in
your
goal.
question.
No chance.
I saw some of the footage, and Krishna looks so disappointed.
Yeah,
He was like right
Yeah,
there.
Even I saw
Full
that.
ball,
I
full
saw
ball.
that.
who's he playing next? Who's he playing next?
we are playing Vinay's team next.
Winner.
Oh, you're playing.
Oh.
Okay. So Krishna has told me that it's going to be a hammering. Now, which side I don't know, but I can't wait to see that game.
I know
Is
which
Mohit
side.
playing in goal?
Hopefully,
Mohit
No,
playing in goal.
I don't know who's playing in goal. I've just got
I
a
am,
word
I
from
am.
Krishna. I've got a word from Krishna saying keep your cameras on because the content is going to begin. But Mahir, you got your first win. Happy to have your team back and get some points.
Yeah, we all were chilling. So first week we are like we'll give the whole league an advantage. Will not come, will not perform, and then yeah, you'll see only wins from here on. 7
And then
wins in a row at least.
7 wins in a row. Why the other teams are not coming out to play?
We are gonna get 7 wins in a row from here on.
Okay, done. It's on camera. It's on YouTube. You catch him.
Yeah.
Because anything. And Dane, how does it feel to be joined at second place with the host of this show?
It's always about Rahul Bell. Always.
Exactly. Always.
The balls in all balls is Rahul Bell.
Exactly. Please tell them the saves I pulled off against you.
Yeah, bro. Unbelievable. I was saying that next season he has to be in M1 category. All managers, please take note. We made a big mistake. M2 is not.
I
the
already
place where Rahul Bell
took
has
this
to be.
request. I told why is Rahul not an M1?
Yeah.
No,
because,
so much don't say, then I don't like it like that. So much tarif don't do. Leave something for Saturday.
He's an M2
But-
outfield. He's an M2 keeper, which makes him an M1 overall player. Because
Wow,
the team gets both options.
There's no wonder you're an entertainment because your logic is very bad. It's very bad. But the man who's smiling the most, who I'm going to end with, look at him, he's blushing. Through his blurry camera, I can see his blush. Dujon, top of the table, what's happening, bro? 12 goals, 3 conceded.
Yeah, I think the team is gelling well together. Everything is working out. They understand each other's game is the main thing. So that's what's working for us.
And you have how those press conferences happen before fantasy football. You have any injury updates for me or tomorrow?
Little bit of few injuries, but I won't get to it too much.
One you've given me. You want to give me some other ones or?
The team surprises me and gets on the field first of all.
I'll get Trishank like a couple's holiday for the weekend or he can go somewhere.
He's on for tomorrow.
He won't go without Dujon. Don't worry.
But okay, before we end now, I know it's too early, but realistically, we've spoken about the Premier League title. Now let's come back to local league title. Gagan, who's going to lift this one?
Shit. Who's going to
you
lift this
can't-
one?
Yeah.
I think it's going to be Dujon. His team is
My-
very balanced. He has 3 keepers. He has all his outfield players are good. His goal players are good. I think it's going to be Dujon.
Harprab.
Your squad, guys. Come on, realistically.
No. This is like Spurs
realistic
winning the
as a
title.
Spurs fan.
This is
You're
like
as
Spurs
realistic as
winning
a
the
Spurs
title.
fan.
Yeah. I mean,
Rahul, did you say relegation?
no. That is there. That is fixed. But also
Saturday,
title,
I'll
title.
see this guy on Saturday.
Yeah, like imagine you're playing Roots Bandra, you get relegated, and the next league you have to play in Bhiwandi. Like,
Now we have some motivation. Na? Then we have motivation to.
but
Realistically,
realistically, say no title.
I think Dujan's team. Yeah, his team is
Dane.
really good.
Rahul's team. I feel
Mahir.
Dujon's going to get an injury or two, and you're going to nick that sly 1 point at the end of the season victory.
Oh, love it. You're ready, no? Who are directors are making Bollywood movie over here? Mahir, before I let you
मैं
go,
खाली
real quick.
चढ़ा रहा हूँ तेरे को मैं खाली चढ़ा रहा हूँ ताकि जब मैं टाइटल लिफ्ट करूँ मैं बोल सकता था कि I give you heads up 2 games.
अरे 2 salt and pepper striker और इसको टाइटल चाहिए. मजा आया सुन के अच्छा लगा.
2 out of 2.
Mahir.
Realistically, Celsius FC.
Okay, Mohit.
Vinay's team.
Yeah.
Mahir, Vinay's team.
Very diplomatic.
Rahul, to be frank with you, it's anyone's league here at the moment. You have
See, good
people
answer.
It's too early.
अरे आ गया एक
It's just 2 games in, man. It's just 2
He's
games
kept me
in.
also
It's
in the
just-
league now.
Exactly. No,
I was
he's
actually looking at
anyone's
the
league.
points table.
I was
looking at the
testing
points
all your
table.
egos. All of y'all failed. Mohit has won.
It's just 2 games in, man. It's a long season. Anything can happen. It's football.
That's the best answer, and we're going to end on that note, boys. Thank you for joining us. This has been a real pleasure. I hope you guys have had fun, and I'm going to see all you boys tomorrow on the field. But
Yes.
until
Yes,
then,
sir.
stay home, stay safe, and Gagan, don't fake injuries. See you, boys.
Good note.
Bye guys. Thank you. Bye.
Sure. Thank you so much, Rahul.
Thank
Bye,
you
guys.
Bye.
Sure. Bye, guys.